After 45 years, the Kings can wear their crown. Score!
The Los Angeles Kings are indeed the kings of the National Hockey League.
Stanley Cup moments, presented by McDonald's.
It's Game 6 of the 2012 Stanley Cup playoffs. New Jersey are just the third team since 1945 to trail 3-0 and extend the series to Game 6.
It's a different feeling for Game 6 than it was for Game 4. There was so much anticipation in Game 4. It seems to me a little bit more businesslike, more workmanlike from the Los Angeles Kings to start Game number 6.
Losing Game 5 and realizing that New Jersey had the feeling now they're back in the series, and they probably were. They're down 3-2. Now, this is a little different for the Kings. They had not lost 2 straight in the playoffs the whole playoff year.
You're in a little bit of uncharted territory here. The Kings have now lost 2 games in a row, so is it cause for concern?
From the players, I remember waking up that morning, going to the pregame skate at Staples, and I said it after the morning skate. I said, tonight's our night.
Coming into Staples Center, Game 6, it was a feeling of, we're not going to get denied. There's no way we're losing this game tonight.
At the beginning of the game, we came out and our tempo was almost twice theirs. It was one of those games where our guys were possessed. You could see the way we were forechecking and we were outplaying them.
When we came out, we had a fantastic start. Everyone was moving, everyone was skating, we had a lot of shots.
We had some really good chances early on. We were feeling good about our game, and then Scuderi gets hit.
I was just going back for a puck, probably a play that I've done, 200 times during the season. I realized I wasn't probably going to beat him to the net, so just reversed the puck to my partner.
He played it. He's waiting, he's pulling the guy in to take the hit, and he moved it. And I think Scuds is in a pretty vulnerable position, and I think he expected to get hit in a different spot than he did.
I was yelling to Rob that somebody was right on him. By the time he was able to make the play with the puck, it was kind of too late for him to get out of the way.
Tough hit, real tough hit. First thing for me was Scuds, is his head all right? I've been through a couple concussions, and so my first thing was, his health, is he all right? Because it was a hard hit. I didn't see the initial impact. I watched the puck go up the wall and try and figure out what happened to him. And then when you see the replay, you're like, wow, he took one for the team there.
Now the question is it going to be a 5-minute major? Are they going to have the 5-minute power play or not?
Scuderi is bleeding, so we'll see what the call is. He got jammed into the boards just behind the King net.
It's the rule, and if you hit a guy from behind and, if you just about knock him out and his nose broken and he's bleeding the way he was, it is a 5-minute.
You could tell they were not sure what they were going to call. And we were in our little corner saying, that's a 5-minute major. Look at him.
I knew I was okay. I just needed a moment to gather myself. But at that point, I was just thinking, I hope I can stay in the game.
I had a chance to talk with the doctor who stitched him up, and he was very proud that he said, he had 37 stitches, and I did it in 7 minutes.
Stitches didn't take too long. They usually do a real quick job, but you have to sit down. They put you almost in a quiet room, I guess you would call it, and they ask you a couple of questions.
And I was told, Scuderi said, don't you even think about not putting me back in that game. He said, well, I've got to ask you some questions. What day is it? And Scuderi said, it's the day of destiny.
Second period ready to start. Scuderi is back on the ice now after being injured, and he starts the second period.
Who knows what's lifting you at that point? If it's the dream, if it's the other guys, or what it is. But it's, whatever it is, he found it and he came back, and it's definitely a lift. Guys, you feed off of that. You see a guy take something that might put other guys down, and he comes right back without even saying a word either.
Using that as motivation to put ourselves in position to win the cup was huge for us.
This is again where value to the team isn't always quantifiable by a statistic, and the way he came back and finished is pretty incredible. And it was almost like those guys said, you know what you did to one of our guys we really respect, we're going to go out and make you pay. And sure enough, they did on that power play.